Hi, this is Zach Meir with the Bulletin Board Heroes here on Share Talk for Thursday, the 27th of September. Starting off with possibly the best of the bunch today, Emmerson, where the breakout from this falling wedge last week continues very well indeed. A bit of resistance there towards 3.6 pence, but we have that spike up to 4.9, which is nominally the target at the moment, and that's valid while we hold above 3.3, which was the peak in July. RSI obviously very overbought now at 87, but while we're above 3.3, still looking for the upside argument to prevail. Stock I looked at a couple of weeks ago off the back of a Twitter follower highlighting it to me is Itaconix. Here we had the triangle breakout, sort of strung along a little bit, but holding above the 50-day moving average at 2.37 pence. And while we hold above that, one would be looking for 4 to 5 pence to fill that massive gap to the downside that we had in June, July. Presumably even 3p, a retest of the peak of this month, would be appreciated by those who are long of the stock. RSI at 57 above the neutral 50 level helps inspire a bit of confidence. Stock which has been rather problematic and normally wouldn't get onto the Bulletin Board Heroes, but it comes in the form of Koovs. But at least here we do have, after the disappointments in the summer, the double top through 25, a falling wedge breakout, gap up through that, in fact, today, which is encouraging, and that resistance line there at 10 pence. While we're above 10 pence, looking for at least a nudge of the 50 and 200-day moving average area at 13 pence. But really, we want to see a decent end of week or end of day close above 13 pence and the 200-day line to allow us to dream of a return to the glories of the summer up there at 25 pence plus. So keep an eye on that. The first hurdle possibly here is to get the RSI back above neutral 50 versus 38 at the moment, 48 at the moment rather. On to one of the stocks which has done rather well this summer. Live Company fell back a bit further perhaps than one would have liked, but onto the 50-day line, there's no shame in that. Normal thing to happen. Also the floor of this rising trend channel from May. Still looking for a target of 100 pence plus while we hold above the 50-day line. Bit of a line of resistance there coming from the highs of this month, so maybe wait for what's that, 83, 84 pence to break if you are cautious on the shares. Stock which is clearly not the most liquid in town, Rurelec, is the next stock up. Obviously here you can see how illiquid it is, but today's price action with the gap through the 200-day moving average is significant. Reminds me a bit of the director move that we saw yesterday, or before that, just before that, in the run up to that. And so at least while we're above the 200-day line, or we close above that today, looking for a retest of 1.4 pence, which was last month's peak. Stop loss on the whole idea, back below the 50-day moving average at 0.66 pence. Stock which I missed the first time around, largely because I didn't like the name, which is rather sad, Tiziana Life Sciences. Here we've had the mid-move consolidation after the vertical move that there was in August. That peak there in August, 115, and really while we're above that, looking for the next move up towards 180, which would obviously retest last November's resistance. A really good looking chart here with the step formation, vertical move, then sideways, and then hopefully a new vertical move over the next few weeks on that particular situation. Finishing off with an old favourite, comes in the form of Serica. Here we had the shares trying to get up to or through the £1 level, just fell shy of that. The level to watch now really is that old August peak at 87 pence. Ideally, the shares hold above that. We hit 87 yesterday as a low, so there is an opportunity if you're a fan of the shares to trade against that. At this stage, only back below the 50-day moving average at 79 pence would suggest that for the time being, the shares have run out of steam. That's it from me. More updates at the same time tomorrow.